I feel like people are what they are born with, and they can be whoever they want to be.
So what if, like, I wanted to be black? Can I do that? Because that's what I want him to be.
I don't think... No.
No, I don't think so, but, like...
Why? It's what I want to be. It's what I like.
Yeah.
Accept me.
It's a valid point.
Gotcha, bitch!
Do you think genitals define gender?
No. No.
If genitals don't define gender, why does removing them affirm it?
A person will feel more affirmed if they change their genitals, and it'll help affirm them societally.
So would you say then genitals do define gender?
No, I don't think so.
Still say no.
No.
So what do you have to say to the person that says you are what you're born with and you just need to accept it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Gender is a societal construct.
What if I wanted to be black? Can I just be black?
You can't just assume a different culture, especially considering the hierarchies of race.
The hierarchy of race?
What do you mean by that?
What if I wanted to become black? Could I do that?
I mean, no, because race is a set thing. Like, race isn't a construct, but gender is.
What I see is they're both things you're born with.
Well, I don't think that you're born with your gender. I think gender is what society sets on people.
So I could be like, you look like a boy. If genitals don't define gender, why does removing them affirm it?
These Muppets don't even have their own opinions. They're weak-minded sheep that just pander to anything that makes them sound virtuous. If people are talking about changing their race as much as they're talking about changing their sex, then they'd be with that too.
Do you think trans women should be able to enter female restrooms?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes. Their gender identity is determined by them, and they should be able to make that decision.
I just don't really care. I don't really think that gender really matters.
Say you're at the gym and you're changing, and then this trans woman comes in and you just see his genitalia. How would you feel about that?
Just a body part. It's not anything that serious.
Just because you say you are a woman doesn't mean that I feel comfortable having you in my facilities. A women's locker room is for women.
Simples.
As I've said before, wait until they have kids and they see some weird looking man dressed as a woman walking into the same changing room as their daughter. Because I'm pretty sure any normal parent's not going to be too happy with that.
True masculinity.
Say it?
Fuck true masculinity. It's made up. You're just full of shit. You're just an insecure little...
True masculinity is...
I don't care.
Not a good thing. Well, I mean, it's obvious you don't care, but why don't you care? Are you feminine? Are you feminized? Are you effeminate? No?
What the fuck?
Are you feminine? Are you a femme? Is that what you want? Are you a femme?
What?
No, I'm asking you.
I'm not answering you because you're a fucking loser.
I'm asking you. You said that F masculinity. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Because if this is masculinity, fuck that.
What, intelligence? Being able to talk to people by themselves instead of having to be around a crowd of people?
A loser.
A loser? Why am I a loser?
Because you're homophobe.
It's funny because you try to act like, and you try to come off as an intellectual. All you have are slogans. All you have are rotes. All you know how to do is parrot certain things that you were told to parrot. You have no independent thought. You have no actual thing going up upstairs. All you do is just repeat the same things over and over again because you have no original thought. Doesn't that concern you?
He's saying fuck masculinity because it's clear that he lost his a long time ago. You can tell just by looking at him. And somebody in the comments said the soy is strong in this one.
Do you think they should have the power to put people in prison for life?
Of course.
I don't think anybody should. I believe that we should implement restorative justice. I don't think that prisons actually prevent crime, and I think that mostly people support retributive justice as an emotional reaction to bad things. And I understand that there is an urge to punish people. I disagree with that. I say no imprisonment for anyone.
So what would happen to the mass murderers then?
I don't believe they should go to prison. You can keep asking.
How about the? Do you think should go to prison?
I don't think anybody should go to prison. Real quick, I will say that over and over.
Yeah, let's just let all the sick lunatics free. Let them roam the planet. Do what they want.
That's a great idea.
I have a PhD in digital feminist activism.
So in order to fight the patriarchy, you took on a shitload of debt so that you now have to spend the next 40 years being essentially a slave to your male bosses, doing everything they tell you to do, just so that you could pay it back. Yeah, that's a feminist moment right there.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Pretty good. Remember me?
No.
No? You don't remember me at all? Steven Crowder at all? No, not familiar?
No.
This is you threatening to slash my tires here?
Oh my god, dude. You need
remember
to
this?
chill out.
slashing my tires, and actually, funny enough, also the Robert E. Lee statue seems you helped defend.
We're trying to work.
Let me ask you, why do you think it's okay to threaten to slash someone's tires?
Hey, I didn't do it.
Predictable, Z. The first instinct is always denial. But why did you do this, oh man? You realize that you put our crew in danger. Lucky for us, we had a Bristol board. How about you check this out here? Before we'll leave this. Yeah, I'm a conservative who has a difference of opinion from you, and I've never threatened actions of violence. I've never threatened to slash anyone's tires.
You need to get out, or we're gonna call the police.
You know what? Let's call the police officers. Because, as a matter of fact, we actually have. No, actually, I would like to speak with the police. We're about to file a report very soon.
Okay, you should do that, man.
Listen, this is a part of being a man, is owning up to the actions here. When you threaten violence against someone. When you threaten violence against someone, part of being a man is taking ownership of your actions, taking responsibility.
You said you would come back when I was off work.
I will, but could you just, but I don't believe you're going to be here because you're a dishonest human being. You said you didn't even post this and acted like you didn't know me. I think you're a liar.
I think you need to go.
Well, let me ask you this. Could you just say, hey, you're sorry, take this down. Could you take this down? Could you take it down because there are other people? It's not going anywhere? Well, there you go. He just admitted to doing it.
Got him! I agree with him. I think a big part of being a man is owning up to your actions. But the problem is that's not a man. That's a new generation of soft little boys that are all talk and no action.
Stop being a girly man and work out.
I don't think you can be sexist towards men, and I don't think you can be racist towards white people.
How have you arrived at that conclusion?
I don't know, just hearing like all the stories about like all this messed up stuff they did in the past. Like, I'm not even black, but I have a grudge against them.
Well, wait, but you're part white. You're part white. Are you referring to slavery?
Yeah, and just like the treatment of them over time since then, like all the discrimination.
Do you think that white people were the only ones who engaged in slavery?
Probably not. That's probably around the world too.
Do you think that maybe the fact that you don't know that everybody engaged in slavery is part of the reason why you think the way that you do about this?
I don't know. I don't think it has to do with my worldviews. I think it has to do with the insecurity in myself. I don't like the white part of me, so I kind of project that onto others probably.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Well, that's a pretty self-aware thing to say. How do you think they went about getting slaves? Like, what do you think the process was?
Didn't they go up, like, that's part of America, right? They like went into Africa and stole them from our homes?
Yeah, so you think that they just went to Africa and then like rounded them all up and like caught them, put them in sacks and then put them on the boat?
That's pretty much the gist of what I got out of
So the reality of it is, and like it's not your fault for not knowing this, our education system is so flawed, that the Africans who were sold in the slave trade were sold by other Africans. So there were slave markets in Africa where they would capture their own people, then sell them off overseas. And there was also the Barbary slave trade as well, which was like Arabic Barbary pirates who would capture white Europeans and enslave them too. And there was like over 1 million white Europeans that were enslaved during the Barbary slave trade. Slavery happened around the world everywhere.
So wait, are you trying to like say that like white people were slaves too?
Yeah, white people were also slaves.
That's where the term slave comes from, is the Slavic region.
Exactly.
That's why Eastern Europeans are so oppressed even within Europe.
I don't know, but I didn't see them oppressed over here that much. Like, I don't know. In history, I don't see books talking about the oppression of white people.
Yeah, that's
Why do you think
that's
that
a problem.
Information's never been this easily available. Technology's booming, yet people are dumber. And people always blame lack of education, but also blame lack of brain cells for not wanting to educate yourself in a time that's never been easier.
I got misgendered at work on Wednesday by someone that has been corrected.
No way. You got misgendered? With that haircut? There's no way.
This is a video of people laughing at how bad that new movie Madam Web is. And people in the comments also agree. Someone said it's a disaster, terrible dialogues, interestingly weird plot, waste of money. I was actually laughing throughout the whole movie. That was hot garbage.
It's a pile of fucking shit.
W is basically cooked. And now they're getting rid of all of their scripted shows and they're all going to do a bunch of garbage reality television. Because
I hate
it's cheap as and they don't have any money. They're not getting the same money anymore. People aren't paying the ads.
This female volleyball game that we witnessed earlier featured not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5.
This is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Can you imagine which side won? Not only that, the male players were always on the court. So you had biological female substitutes just sitting on the bench for the entire game. You think we're very...
This topic, though, and why are you filming me? You don't have my permission.
We don't need your permission. We're in a public
so then why are you
space.
talking to me then?
Well, you came to us, actually.
You came to me.
No, you came to us.
Disrespectful then? Why are you being disrespectful?
Why am I
transphobic, huh?
Why? Am I being transphobic? Why?
Shut up!
Why? Oh, wow.
Answer my question.
Did we trigger you?
No, you didn't trigger me.
Are you trans too?
Do I look trans to you?
Who knows these days?
Okay, so why are you
What about you characters? How about you guys?
No comment. I hope you can go rot in hell, you f***ing white bitch.
Wow. What happened to love trumps hate? What? You own this place? Oh, did we trigger you?
Okay.
Did
women that tell me, give a vagina. I don't give a give a vagina.
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Did we trigger you, sir or ma'am?
Okay, first of all, I wasn't talking to you, so shut the up. And you, I don't care.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, imagine trying your hardest to look tough, and the harder you try, the less intimidating you look. The funniest part is when he said, "Do you want to fight?" This muppet couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag.
Why is there a need for you to be a feminist?
I think as women, we are undervalued when it comes to our intelligence.
I would offer to you that there's never been a more remarkable time to be a woman in this society. We are doing better than men. We are graduating at a higher rate than men. That's why I said to you, despite how you're feeling, what are the real world implications that suggest to you that you are somehow beneath men? You might have a personal experience where
I mean, we can talk about sexual assault everywhere, in the military, in the home.
So are these the things that you're fighting to end sexual assault?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, great. You don't have to be a feminist to fight to end sexual assault. If you want to be a feminist girl, put it on a t-shirt, wear it, put a hashtag. I'm just telling you, don't unnecessarily put yourself into a corner, and to recognize that it has never been a greater time. I would offer it is a way better time in this society to be a woman than it is to be a man.
It's glorified victimisation. These people are desperate to be oppressed because their lives are easy and they need some sort of meaning. This is why it usually only ends one way for these types of women.
Cat lady.